Subject SB STH to STH, verb. To make someone or something experience something unpleasant. The experiment subjected the bacteria to extreme heat. Subject to STH, a adjective. Only able to happen if something else happens. The field trip is subject to weather conditions. Submit, obey, verb. To accept that someone has control over you and do what they tell you to do. The junior researchers submitted to the lab manager's instructions. Subtle, clever, adjective. Clever in a way that does not attract attention. The scientist made a subtle adjustment to the apparatus to improve accuracy. Subtle, not obvious, adjective. Not obvious or easy to notice. The difference between the two chemical reactions was subtle. Subtle, not strong, adjective. A subtle flavor, color, etc. is delicate and not strong or bright. The solution had a subtle change in pH that was barely noticeable. Successive, adjective. Happening after each other. The experiment was repeated over successive days to ensure consistency. Successor, thing, a noun. An organization, product, etc. that follows and takes the place of an earlier one. The successor to the original microscope model offered higher magnification. Succumb, not stop, verb. To not be able to stop yourself doing something. He succumbed to the temptation to check the results early. Succumb, suffer, verb. To die or suffer badly from an illness. Many of the lab mice succumbed to the disease before the treatment was applied. Such, determiner. Used to refer to something or someone that you were just talking about, or something or someone of that type. Such conditions are common in chemical storage facilities. Suck, verb. To have something in your mouth and use your tongue, lips, etc. to pull on it or to get liquid, air, etc. out of it. The technician used a pipette to suck up the liquid sample. Sufferer, noun. Someone who suffers from an illness or other health problem. The sufferer required daily monitoring for the chronic condition. Summit, meeting, noun. An important meeting between the leaders of two or more governments. The environmental summit focused on global climate change policies. Summon, help, verb. To ask for someone or something that you need to help you in an emergency. The scientists summoned assistance when the experiment began to fail. Summon, order, verb. To officially order someone to come to a place. The committee summoned the technician to explain the anomaly. Summon, verb. To make a great effort to produce a quality to help you deal with a situation. She summoned all her concentration to finish the delicate procedure. Superficial, not complete, adjective. Not complete and involving only the most obvious things. The report was superficial, covering only the basic observations. Superficial, not serious, adjective. If someone is superficial, they never think about things that are serious or important. The discussion about results was superficial and lacked critical analysis. Superficially, adverb. In a way that is not deep or basic. The metal surface was superficially clean but still contained microscopic residues. Superfluous, adjective. Not needed, or more than is needed. Adding extra reagents was superfluous and wasted resources. Superior, opinion, adjective. Thinking that you are better than other people. He acted superior in the lab meetings, dismissing junior researchers' suggestions. Superiority, better, noun. When something is better than other things. The new microscope demonstrated clear superiority over the older models. Superiority, opinion, noun. When you think that you are better than other people. Her sense of superiority affected team collaboration. Supplement, noun. An extra amount or part added to something. A vitamin supplement was added to the diet of the lab animals. Supplement, the verb. To add to something to make it larger or better. The researcher supplemented the experiment with additional trials. Supplementary, adjective. Added to something. Supplementary data was provided to support the main findings. Support, hold, verb. To hold the weight of someone or something. The scaffold supports the microscope securely. Suppress, feelings, verb. To control feelings so that they do not show. The scientists suppressed frustration after the failed trial. Suppress, fight, verb. To stop someone or something by using force. Authorities suppressed the unauthorized entry into the lab. Suppress, information, the verb. To prevent information from being known. The lab manager suppressed the erroneous data from publication. Sure enough. As expected. Sure enough, the experiment produced results consistent with the hypothesis. Sure enough, adverb. As expected. Sure enough, the solution changed color after adding the reagent. Surpass, verb. To be or do better than someone or something else. The experimental results surpassed expectations. Surplus, noun. An amount of something that is more than you need. The lab kept a surplus of gloves for emergencies. Surrender, verb. To stop fighting and admit that you have been beaten. The rival team surrendered after repeated experimental failures. Surround, connected with a verb. If a feeling or situation surrounds an event, it is closely connected with it. A sense of excitement surrounded the announcement of the results. Suspect, not trust, verb. To not trust someone or something. The technician suspected that the reagent was contaminated. Suspense, noun. The feeling of excitement or nervousness that you have when you are waiting for something to happen. There was suspense as the incubation timer counted down. Sustain, continue, a verb. To cause or allow something to continue for a period of time. The pump sustained a constant flow of liquid throughout the experiment. Sustain, support, verb. To support someone or something so that they can live or exist. The ecosystem was sustained by the continuous flow of clean water from the river. Sustainability, noun. The degree to which something is sustainable. The research project examined the sustainability of renewable energy sources in urban areas. Swallow, accept, verb. To accept something unpleasant. He had to swallow the criticism about the flawed methodology. Swallow your anger, disappointment, pride, etc., idiom. To not show your feelings and to not allow them to affect the way that you behave. Despite the experimental failure, the lead scientist swallowed her disappointment and continued the presentation. Swallow your pride, idiom. Do something although it may shame you. He swallowed his pride and apologized to his colleague. Swear, true, a verb. Used to say that you are sure something is true. The witness swore that the measurements were accurate. Sweep along into surpassed, etc., verb. To move quickly, especially in a way that shows you think you are important. The current swept the debris along the river into the testing area. Swift, adjective. Happening or moving quickly. The chemical reaction was swift, completing in under a minute. Swiftly, adverb. Quickly. The technician swiftly adjusted the settings on the centrifuge. Syllabus and noun. A list of the subjects that are included in a course of study. The course syllabus outlined all the experiments students would conduct this semester. Symbolic, adjective. Representing something else. The lab ceremony was symbolic, marking the completion of the research phase. Sympathetic, ideas, adjective. Agreeing with or supporting someone's ideas or actions. The committee was sympathetic to the proposal for more ethical experiments. Sympathize, ideas, verb. To agree with or support someone's ideas or actions. Most of the students sympathized with the new research methodology. Sympathize, problems, the verb. To understand and care about someone's problems. The mentor sympathized with the graduate student's stress over lab results. Sympathy, ideas, noun. Agreement with or support for someone's ideas or actions. There was general sympathy for the collaborative approach suggested by the senior scientist. Symptom, problem, noun. A problem that is caused by and shows a more serious problem. The delay in reagent delivery was a symptom of poor logistical planning. Synonym, noun. A word or phrase that means the same as another word or phrase. Rapid is a synonym of swift in scientific writing. Synonymous, connected, adjective. If one thing is synonymous with another, they are very closely connected with each other in people's minds. The term sustainable energy is synonymous with renewable energy in environmental study. Synonymous, word, adjective. If one word is synonymous with another, they have the same meaning. In the glossary, enzyme is synonymous with biocatalyst. System, body, noun. Parts of the body that work together in order to make something happen. The nervous system controls and coordinates bodily functions. Systematic, adjective. Done using a fixed and organized plan. The research team conducted a systematic analysis of water quality. Systematically, adverb. In a systematic way. Data were systematically collected and recorded during the experiment. Tact, noun. The ability to talk to people about difficult subjects without upsetting them. Tact is essential when providing feedback to junior researchers. Tactful, adjective. Careful not to say or do anything that could upset someone. The supervisor was tactful in addressing the team's mistakes. Tactless, adjective. Not careful about saying or doing something that could upset someone. A tactless comment about the failed experiment discouraged the students. Measure, verb. To measure something. They took the temperature of the solution every 10 minutes. Need a quality, verb. If something takes a particular quality, you need that quality in order to be able to do it. The analysis takes precision and patience to complete accurately. Understand, a verb. To understand something in a particular way. The term bias is often taken to mean human error in this context. Take a turn for the better or worse, verb. To become better or worse suddenly. The chemical reaction took a turn for the worse when the temperature was miscalibrated. Take a turn for the better or worse, verb. To become better or worse suddenly. The patient's condition took a turn for the better after receiving the new treatment. Take exception to STH. To be annoyed or insulted by something. The researcher took exception to the misrepresentation of her findings in the media. Take exception to STH, a verb. To be annoyed or insulted by something. The scientist took exception to the reviewer's harsh criticism. Take in STH or take STH in, a verb. To understand completely the meaning or importance of something. It took weeks to fully take in the implications of the experimental results. Take its toll, phrase. To have a bad effect on someone or something, especially over a long period of time. Stress can take its toll on scientists working long hours. Take its toll, a verb. To have a bad effect on someone or something, especially over a long period of time. The long hours in the lab took its toll on the graduate student's health. Take over, verb. To become more successful or powerful than something or someone else that is involved in the same type of activity. The new research team quickly took over the study due to their superior methodology. Take shape. To start to develop and become more clear or certain. The experimental design began to take shape after multiple brainstorming sessions. Take shape, the verb. To start to develop and become more clear or certain. The hypothesis began to take shape after multiple preliminary experiments. Take STH as it comes, verb. To deal with something as it happens, without planning for it. The interns learn to take each experimental setback as it comes. Take STH to heart, idiom. If you take criticism or advice to heart, you think about it seriously often because it upsets you. He took the peer review comments to heart and improved his research. Take STH to heart, idiom. If you take criticism or advice to heart, you think about it seriously, often because it upsets you. He took the peer review to heart and improved his experimental design. Take stock, of STH, a noun. To think carefully about a situation before making a decision. Before starting the new experiment, the team took stock of the available resources. Take stock, of STH, the verb. To think carefully about a situation before making a decision. After the failed trial, the team took stock of their methodology. Take the law into your own hands. To do something illegal to punish someone because the law will not. It is illegal to take the law into your own hands in any regulated experiment. Take the law into your own hands, countable noun. To do something illegal in order to punish someone because you know that the law will not punish that person. He did not take the law into his own hands despite noticing the violation. Take the law into your own hands, verb. To do something illegal in order to punish someone because you know that the law will not punish that person. In the lab, no one should take the law into their own hands when protocols are broken. Take the plunge, idiom. Do something important after hesitation. He finally took the plunge and started his own company. Take the plunge, idiom. To do something important or difficult, especially after thinking about it for a long time. The team finally took the plunge and submitted their paper to the high-impact journal. Take hold SB hostage. To catch or keep someone as a prisoner. In the story, rebels took villagers hostage to demand ransom. Talk, people, noun. When people talk about what might happen or be true. There was much talk among the team about the potential implications of the new method. Talk about STH doing STH, a verb. To think about or make plans to do something in the future. They talked about repeating the experiment with a larger sample size. Talk SB out of STH doing STH, the verb. To persuade someone not to do something. The mentor talked the student out of prematurely publishing the results. Talk STH through or talk through STH, a verb. To discuss all the details of something, often before making a decision. They talked the experiment through before starting. Talks, noun plural. Formal meetings, especially between political leaders, to discuss a problem and to try to reach an agreement. International talks focused on regulating genetically modified crops. Tangible, adjective. Something which is tangible is real and can be seen, touched, or measured. The results provided tangible evidence of the chemical reaction. Tank, container, noun. A large container for storing liquid or gas. The laboratory stored nitrogen in a large tank for use in experiments. Target, verb. To aim advertising, criticism, or a product at someone. The study targeted educational apps for middle school students. Target audience, market, etc., noun. The group of people that a program, product, etc. is aimed at. The research article was written for a target audience of environmental scientists. Tasteful, adjective. Attractive and chosen for style and quality. The research lab was arranged in a tasteful and organized manner. Tasteless, offensive, adjective. Likely to upset or anger people. A tasteless joke about the failed experiment offended the team. Tasteless, ugly, adjective. Ugly or without style. The poorly designed poster looked tasteless and unprofessional. Taxpayer, noun. A person who pays tax. Taxpayers fund public research facilities and university laboratories. Teach SB a lesson. To punish someone so they will not behave badly again. Regulatory agencies imposed heavy fines to teach companies a lesson about data misuse. Teach SB a lesson, idiom. To punish someone so that they will not behave badly again. The experiment failed, teaching the students a lesson about proper protocol. Tear apart STH or tear STH apart, criticize, the verb. To criticize something very strongly. The peer reviewers tore apart the methodology in the paper. Tear apart STH or tear STH apart, destroy, the verb. To destroy something that was united, such as a country, family, or political party. Political disagreements can tear apart a research consortium if not managed carefully. Tear down STH or tear STH down, a verb. To destroy a building or other structure because it is not being used or it is not wanted anymore. The old laboratory building was torn down to make room for the new facility. Technically, detail, adverb. According to the exact details of a rule, law, or fact. Technically, the procedure was correct, but practical errors occurred. Tenant, noun. Someone who pays rent to live in a room, house, etc. The lab space was rented to a tenant for 5 years. Tender, food, adjective. Tender meat or vegetables are soft and easy to cut. The cultured cells grew in tender clusters suitable for microscopy. Tender, gentle, adjective. Kind and gentle. The researcher handled the fragile specimen in a tender manner. Tenderness, noun. The quality of being kind and gentle. Tenderness in handling lab animals is essential for ethical research. Territorial, adjective. Relating to the land that is owned or controlled by a particular country. The territorial waters were monitored for environmental research. Territory, area of knowledge, noun. An area of knowledge or experience. Her research covers the territory of molecular biology. Testify, verb. To say what you know or believe is true in a law court. The scientist testified about the accuracy of the laboratory records. The animal's plant kingdom. All animals or plants considered together. The animal kingdom includes millions of species from insects to mammals. The beauty of STH. The quality that makes it especially good. The beauty of peer review lies in collective error correction. The better part of STH. Most of a period of time. The project took the better part of a year. The bottom line. The most important fact. The bottom line is that renewable energy reduces emissions. The bottom line, idiom. The most important fact. The bottom line is that the new catalyst doubled the reaction rate. The country. The people who live in a country. The country participated in international climate research collaborations. The crack of dawn. Very early in the morning. Field measurements began at the crack of dawn to capture temperature variations. The crack of dawn. Very early in the morning. Field researchers set out at the crack of dawn to track migratory birds. The deceased. Someone who has died. The study included samples from the deceased donors for analysis. The defense. The lawyer supporting the accused. The defense presented evidence challenging the validity of the chemical analysis. The desired effect, result, shape. The effect, result, shape that is wanted. The reaction produced the desired effect of color change. The early, small hours, countable noun. The hours between midnight and the time that the sun rises. The astronomer worked through the early hours observing the stars. The extent to which. The degree to which something happens or is likely to happen. The study measured the extent to which temperature affects enzyme activity. The fabric of STH. The basic way in which a society or other social group is organized. Ethical guidelines form the fabric of scientific research. The far left-right. Used to describe political groups whose opinions are very extreme. Funding for certain research was influenced by the far right in policy decisions. The fast lane. The busy and exciting way of life that a successful person has. Many top researchers live in the fast lane balancing conferences, experiments, and publications. The fast lane, idiom. The busy and exciting way of life that a successful person has. Leading labs often put researchers in the fast lane of discovery.